If you are preparing for a JAMB examination and you don't know how to use computer for the examination, this video is for you. A couple of years ago, I made a video where I taught JAMB candidates how to use computer for JAMB examination. And after then, I received a lot of feedbacks and comments on some of the things I've missed out. Probably after you watch this video, you need to watch that video as well, because that is where I taught how to use mouse and other things, the keypad and other things. So I can't be remaking the video. So just go and watch the video, and I guarantee you that if you watch the video and you watch this particular video also, then you have all it takes to go to the examination hall as far as using computer for the JAMB examination is concerned. I will link that in the description box below. If you watch that video I've made before and this particular video, I'm very sure you are ready to use computer for the JAMB examination. So this video will be divided into like two sections. The first section is where I'll be talking on some of the thing I've gotten as feedback from the first video without the system. The second section is the one I'll be explaining some things for you on the laptop. So let me start addressing the questions one by one. So the first question here is, how do I on my computer? Many candidates ask me this question of how they could on the computer when they get to the examination center. The thing is, to on the computer is not your responsibility. It is expected that when you get to the examination center, the computer should be on. All the computer that they will be using for the examination in that center should be on already. All you need to do is that when you get to your examination seat, what you need to do when they ask you to start the examination is for you to enter your JAMB registration number and commence the examination as directed by the examination officials available. So the second question is, how many questions is JAMB examination? The questions in JAMB examination, there are 180 questions altogether that you need to attempt. The questions are 40 questions per subject, except English language, that is 60 questions. Let's say, for example, you are offering biology, physics, chemistry, and English. So it means your biology, physics, and chemistry will be 40 questions each, and the English language will be 60 questions, which will all be 180 questions altogether. So another question I have here is, should I take paper along for calculations? For those people that are taking mathematics, if you are going to the examination center, you are not allowed to take any paper or whatsoever is it. The only thing you have to go in with is your pencil. So how do you not get paper for your calculations? As you're going into the examination hall, you'll be given sheet of paper for you to do all your calculations. And don't make the mistake of taking the paper along with you. So when you finish the examination, it is compulsory that you have to submit the paper as well before you leave the examination center. Having understood all these things, so let's go on to the system to answer the other questions I have for you. Question is, if you are going to bring calculator to the JAMB examination, or you are not going to bring calculator to the JAMB examination, or the system you are going to use for the exam is already embedded with a calculator. So let's say, for example, you need a calculator. If you don't have the calculator on your screen already, all you need to do is to find anywhere you see the word calculator written, like on this screen. You just click on it and you have your calculator displayed on your screen. So if you have any reason to move the calculator from one place to another, that is when you are going to, like, as you have this particular thing you are seeing on the calculator, all you need is just to left click on it and use your mouse to drag it. As you are seeing, I'm dragging, as you can see, to wherever you want to drag it to. So that is that about the calculator. And I've also made a video on how to use calculator for JAMB examination. You can also find that in the description box below. So the next question is, I've gotten question on how people asking how do they move from one subject to another. So let's say for this particular attempt now, I have English, biology, chemistry, and physics. So let's say, for example, this is English, for example. Let's say you want to go to physics. Physics is the last subject here. Let's say you want to go to physics. All you need to do is just to drag your cursor, this arrow moving, to drag it by moving your mouse to that physics and click on it. So then you come to that subject. Or if it is chemistry, you click on the chemistry. If it is biology, you click on the biology. So all you need to do is just to be clicking on the whatever subject you want to do, which means you don't have to start with English. You might decide to start with biology. You might start with biology, you just click on it. You might start with chemistry, you just click on it. You might start with English, you just click on it. So that's how you navigate through. Because if you want to go to the next subject and you continue saying next, no, it will be nexting on that subject you are currently at. So if you have to go to the next subject, all you need to do is just to click on the subject and you'll be taken to the subject directly. So that's it. So let's talk about the questions asked on how you're going to submit. Someone asks a question or if they are going to submit subject by subject or they are going to submit everything after they are done. So what this means is that maybe when you are done with English, you are going to submit English. When you are done with biology, you are going to submit biology. No, that is not how it is. That is a capital no. So when you are done with English, for example, let's say you are done with the last question. Let's say you are done with the last question. If the answer is D, you are done. You will not click on to submit that subject. No, that's not how it is. If you mistakenly do that, it means you have submitted the whole of your examination or the whole of your questions, the whole of all the subjects you have submitted. That is the meaning. So all you need to do is that when you answer the last question on a particular subject, what you do is next, not submit. So it's until you get to the last page, it's until you get to the last subject. So that is when you have answered all the 180 questions. That is when you are now going to click on the submit and you submit everything entirely. So that is it about the submission. Now, when you submit like this, when you click on submit, you are going to see a dialog box that say, do you really want to submit? Then you now click on either yes or no or submit. So that's how it is. So the advice I'm going to give you is that even when you are done before time, just try as much as possible to go through your questions again and again to see if there are some of which you have chosen under stress or under anxiety that you need to like revisit again. Maybe you might have a more correct answer to it at the second time glancing through. But having understood what I've said, for you to use computer for the JAMB examination, you need to learn how to use mouse. That's the first most important thing. And I have explained that very well in the previous video I've made on how to use computer for JAMB examination. That is why it is very, very important for you to watch the video. I guarantee you that if you watch the video and you watch this particular video also, then you have all it takes to go to the examination hall as far as using computer for the JAMB examination is concerned. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. And also don't forget to like this video and share to other people to benefit them as well. See you in another one. Bye for now.